CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
So Charlotte, going into game 3 of the series, you're already in a very commanding position. Do you think you couldn't really be any better position, could you?
Oh no, I'd have taken this 2 weeks ago at the start of the series to be going into the second ODI, 8-0 up, and with obviously the idea we could win tomorrow is a fantastic, would be fantastic. But we're firmly focused on tomorrow and looking forward to that challenge.
How do you make sure that you keep focused? Because obviously the rest of the team must be pretty excited to be in this position so soon in the series.
Look, we've got a pretty good management team around us who are keeping our feet firmly on the floor. We've come out here to win every game, so that's our goal. To win tomorrow is another step towards that, and I think we've got to forget about the bigger picture. It's about beating Australia at the MCG tomorrow, and hopefully, I certainly know at the end of the day what that means. But for us as a group, we certainly want to win every game out here.
You've had such a stronghold over them, particularly in the last series as well. What do you think are some of the key factors in that? Because you've really outplayed them in most of the games you've played them recently.
I think our bowling has been a real difference. I think Anya Shrubsole, Catherine Brunt from the summer. I think Jenny Gunn's been absolutely outstanding on this trip. And the emergence of some of our younger players, Natalie Siver has really stood up throughout the 2 trips. I think Danny Hazel's bowled fantastically well since we've been out here as well. So I think for me it's been a real team effort, and I think it's easy those sort of cliches to come out when you're 8-0 up and you've been successful. But I really truly believe, Aaron Brindle, Lydia Greenway stood up the other day. It's been 2 different players every single game, which I think has ultimately been the difference last summer and this summer.
You mentioned Catherine Brunt. Can you give us an update on where she is with her back and if she's likely to play?
Yeah, she won't be available tomorrow. I think we're just constantly monitoring her really and see where she's at. As far as I'm concerned, she's obviously not available for tomorrow.
Right. And how's she sort of coped? She did have a tough time over in the test. Did that affect her confidence at all, the beamers and being suspended?
Oh no, not that I know of. It's just her back's flared up again. This has been an ongoing problem for Catherine over probably 5 years now. So it's just unfortunate it's flared up again. But the one thing is, I know she can recover quite quickly from it, and I guess we're just hoping that she can for the rest of the series. But I think the great thing is that we've got a good pool of bowlers now. Kate Cross has been fantastic, how she's come into international cricket and performed how she has done. So although it's obviously disappointing for Catherine, obviously it's been a huge positive for us as a group that we've got replacements like Catherine Cross to come into the team.
And how's your knee going? I did notice the other day you seemed quite content to sit back and wait for anything that was a bit wider and dispatch it to the boundary. You weren't trying to minimise the running between the wickets, were you?
Oh, my knee's fine. I've just got to limit how much I dive at the moment. I think I take too many more knocks on it. But yeah, no, I'm back to full fitness now, which I'm pleased about. And I think part of my game is to hit boundaries. So I'll hopefully continue to do that over the next few games.
And I guess the other thing is as well, what did you make of Meg Lanning's captaincy, youngest person, male or female, that captain Australia? How did you feel she went stepping into that role?
I thought she did brilliantly. I think for a young player like Meg, 21 years, to take on the captaincy at such short notice, I thought she conducted herself brilliantly. I think she did a great job, and I think no doubt she's going to be a future Australian captain from what I saw the other day. She's a great player as well, so I think well done to her. I said to her after the game, I thought she did a great job, and it's great to see young captains and the way she took it in her stride as well. So so she did a great job.
Just speaking of captaincy and field placing, certainly that was very successful the way you placed your field the other day, and we were really able to restrict Australia from scoring boundaries and slowing them up. But how well did your bowlers respond to your field placements? Because they seem to bowl perfectly to the fields you set.
Oh, look, there's a lot of preparation that goes into, obviously the field placements. It's not just me. Obviously, I have a gut feeling on the pitch what I think, but I'll talk to the bowlers. They'll practice in the nets. This kind of preparation has been going on for 3 months now. So the girls have come out here thoroughly prepared for obviously the fields we're going to set. We've had a good look at the Australians for a good year. So as have they had of us. So I I think the plans are pretty much in their heads now, and we can go with it. And we're still learning a lot about new players like Elise, who's come out here and played fantastically well. And obviously that's something now we've got to go away and see work plans out for her.
Well, you said after the test that you were going to go away and watch lots of footage of Elise. She probably didn't bowl as effectively, to be fair, in the first test, but she still batted really well. What did your watching of the footage tell you?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you, but you're constantly always looking how you can improve, and sometimes you've got to give it to the player. They're playing well, and sometimes whatever you come up with, they can obviously. They've got the skills to deal with that. So we'll keep working away. I'm always looking for new ways we can get people out and challenging the players to do so. So and I'm sure hopefully we can come out tomorrow and they can be effective.
Is it given you a real advantage the fact that their top order continues to, I guess, misfire? You came out and scored a good innings at the top yourself the other day, but their top innings, top order seems to be going through a few hiccups.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's going to be a concern to the Australians. Whatever you say, you want your top players firing, and that's something I guess we're fortunate at the moment. A few of our players are playing well, but I know I've played cricket long enough that can soon turn around. So we'll be ready for when the likes of Meg, Jess, and so on, start to fire, because they're too good a players, not to obviously contribute in this series. So hopefully we'll be ready for that.
And just on that, I mean, obviously one of your best batters is Sarah Taylor in general. She hasn't really fired with the bat so far this series. Have you told her to get giddy up or?
No, not at all. Because like I've just said, I've played cricket long enough. A world-class player like Sarah Taylor won't be out of form for too much longer. And I think don't put any pressure on them. Just let them go out and play a game. And I thought she played well the other day and looked to be back to her best. But obviously just held out there. But Sarah Taylor will hopefully, I've no doubt, will contribute at some point throughout this series.
And just to finish you a word on how ruthless do you intend to be? I mean, how badly does this team want to completely take the whitewash?
Well, yeah, every game we want to play for England, we want to win, and to be in the commanding position we're in Australia, we want to be ruthless now, and that's our goal. But we're just taking one game at a time, and hopefully we'll come out to here tomorrow and keep playing the brand of cricket we're playing, because some of the fight we're showing, the determination and most of all the character the girls have shown throughout this series so far. We need to continue that into the rest of this series, and if we do that, who knows? But I'm not looking any further than tomorrow.